Hey guys, in today's video, we got here the brand new Poppy Playtime official plushies. I already did videos on all the jump scare Huggy here, the smiling Kissy Missy, the smiling Huggy Wuggy, and the Mommy Long Legs plush. But now, we already did like part 1 and part 2 for the official, plushies versus the game characters or game models. But then, those are all, knockoff plushies. They weren't really true to the actual game, and, they're all unofficial. I did 2 parts for it. I plan to do a 3rd part for it. But I realized in the meantime, while I wait for more knockoff plushies to come out, why don't I do official plushies? Because yes, all these plushies you see up here, guys, all 4 of them are official, and you can buy them right now, except for sadly Jump Scare Huggy. He is sold out. Super sorry about that, but I will have, I think, the link in the description, so don't forget to check that out if you want to. We got here Smiling Huggy that retails for $30, Mommy Long Legs for $40, and also her hair and limbs are bendable with the metal inside, so that's why I think more. And also Kissy Missy for $32, and also Jump Scare Huggy was for $30, but he sadly sold out. I got a full review on him, and I already pre-ordered the rest, so stay tuned for those reviews. And now, without further ado, let's go into the actual comparison. Starting off with the beast himself, the very first plushie ever, the official Huggy Wuggy plushie, the jump scare version. As you guys can definitely tell here, the model that I have color isn't too accurate to the actual game. All I gotta say, guys, is the blue color looks a lot brighter in real life, but when you get it, it looks a lot brighter in photo, but when you actually have it in real life, the color is a lot more darker. Definitely do like that. Also, the jump scare Huggy Wuggy in this render does not have the eyes, but he does have a little pupil in his eye. I guess this one model is I guess didn't have it, so my bad for picking the wrong model. But beside that, also the whole yellow photo, the yellow hands here are a lot darker yellow in real life too. So the photo for the plushie is a little bit under accurate. Like, he doesn't have that much fluff. He's actually pretty shaped exactly like Huggy Wuggy. So when it comes to this, everything's pretty accurate except for how he did not come in his box when you ship him, and also the lips aren't all 3D and puffy. It's just sewn in. It's still great quality sewing and it still looked amazing, but it's just sad how it's not puffy, and that's really the only thing that's different about them. Besides that, they both have the blue, the blue what's called again, bow, and also the stitching hands, they can stick together, And beside that, the Jump Scare Huggy is pretty true to himself, pretty true to how the Jump Scare Huggy look in the game. And now let's move on to the next one, being the Smiling Huggy. This plushie I did not get in real life, so I can't really say, if it's really accurate and how it looks differently in real life, but I do know that some people did get them early, so lucky to them. But yes, you see they fixed the color. The yellow actually looks all yellow. He has the bow tie. He looks not as fluffy. The blue color is pretty accurate, and his eye doesn't have a pupil in it, exactly like the plushie. So this one is probably the most accurate Huggy Wuggy plush we are probably ever going to get. The only one downside about it is also how he does not come in his box, and also has lips. May look puffy here, but someone actually reviewed it, sadly showing how the lips are still sewn in with great quality though, but not puffy exactly like in the game. So that's sadly one little downside about this Huggy Wuggy plushie. But stay tuned for the review. I am getting him, it definitely looks so cute. And then after that, guys, we're moving on to Kissy Missy, the most favorite character now after what happened with this new chapter. Everybody's fangirling off her now. But this is Kissy Missy. It says Huggy Wuggy, but pink. Yes, we got the yellow hands, also accurate. All pink with the blue bow tie, also still accurate. And also, the smile and eyes. All I gotta say is one thing. 2 things actually different. First of all, as you guys can see here, the eyelashes, instead of being all 3 little up, the 3 on the side. And the new, the new Kissy Missy model here, this one actually is accurate to the game. The color looks a little bit darker pink. I don't know if in real life the color's gonna be a little bit darker, since I haven't got this yet. And the lips, also the same thing that happened with the Smiling Huggy is the same thing that's happening with the Kissy Missy too. Her lips, it's just way too smile. The smile is way too big. Also, this one sadly does not come in the box too, and the lips aren't as puffy and 3D as in the game. But it's still pretty big. Like, the smile goes really far up, almost to the top of her head. Unlike with the game, it's only a little big smile. It's still a big smile, but it's not as big as as we see here at the plushie. That's probably one downside with it, and I hope they do fix that when we get them in the mail. But better hope they fix that, because that's the only one thing that's about the smiling ones, make them look a little bit uncanny. But that's pretty okay. Now moving on to the last one, and probably the one that doesn't look as official, is the Mommy Long Legs Plus versus the Mommy Long Legs official Chapter 2 render. So yes, This game character, the render, is actually 100% accurate to, you know, Mommy Longlegs in the game. And this plushie got released before Chapter 2 actually came out. This plushie actually had 2 different versions, having a very first release version that I did a whole entire video doing versus, like, the old design versus the new design. You can tell me in the comments, like, before, in, you know, when you watch that video. Don't forget to go watch that video if you want to see how the old design of the Mommy Longlegs plush actually look like. But this is the new design. This is the one you'll be getting if, you know, you buy the shipment. First of all, this was made, you know, before the chapter came out, and the one change they made with the plushie that in the game they made, I guess, last minute, was with her eyes is the main thing. The eyes look a lot more human-like in this, you know, real-life one, and in the whole trailer of the game, the eyes did not look human-like, and it matched the toy, like in this plushie. And we gotta remember that this plush is supposed to be a representation of the actual Mommy Longlegs toy in the Poppy Playtime universe, not the Mommy Longlegs that we actually get chased with Chapter 2. If you do know, a person's in Mommy Longlegs, most likely the one that actually created her. So, you know, remember, this is a real human, you know, possessing this toy. So, when we see the plushie based off the toy, it's not based off the model that's, you know, chasing you within the game that has a real person in it. So, we got to keep that in mind. And that's the reason why the eyes are different. And most likely the reason why last minute they changed the eyes too. So, I do like that change. I'm definitely okay with that. And I'm not mad about the whole eyes thing. Even though that the older version did have the real life human eyes. But then they changed it when they redid it. So, I think this is why they also changed it. But besides that, the whole red lips thing is, I guess this is pink, you know, the pink lipstick you guys see here, the whole little blue around, you know, her neck, arms, legs, the whole shoe is also pretty accurate too. Has different, like, a stitcher on the side, she goes to collect her hands too. And also her hair and her arms and limbs all have bendable. They cannot stretch, sadly, like, you know, stretch, like in, you know, the game, the original game toy. But she could bend in different ways, like in the game too, could twist and bend. You could be used for stop motion if you want. And also does not have, I would have loved if they made little sewing holes, just to show, like, the little holes here, like the real Mommy Longlegs have. That would have been pretty cool. But beside that, everything else here is pretty accurate. I don't know why it's just something with the eyes. I guess the black outline around the eyes. I guess they shouldn't have done that. It makes, like, the plush look a little bit weird. Even the toy and this model does not have that. But the hair also could be bended in the position here, like in the game trailer. Just remember that. It's not going to stay like that forever. And the little hair twisty here looks, I guess, a little bit weird, but it's still pretty game accurate. Beside that, I think out of all these Mommy Longlegs is sadly the least accurate to the game or even to the whole game model. But I still do think it's an amazing plush, even though it costs sadly $10 extra from, you know, the other Huggy plushies. But anyways, guys, tell me guys in the comments below which one is your favorite plushie, and if you can only pick one to stay in the earth and one to get all the other ones to get destroyed for good, which one would it be? For me, I'll pick the smiling Huggy because I think he looks the best. But you can tell me guys in the comments below which one is your favorite, and also if you want to see a part 2 to this, I will do a part 2, but these are all the official plushies we have right now. Most likely we will get a lot more other official plushies in the future, so stay tuned for that whenever it does come out. Subscribe if you want to see, you know, on-date news of brand new merch the second, or at least within 24 hours of the news release. My channel doesn't have the news on it, so if you want to see that, subscribe. But if you also don't want to see it, if you want to see and don't subscribe, it's okay, you know, most likely just recommend it since you already watched this video. But anyways, make comments below if you guys think about this video, and also if you want to see the whole part 2 and part 1 of the, you know, bootleg plushies versus game characters, you go check out that video. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.